8:43. Let's try this one more time. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Chef Felicia Daniel is back, and she's being the best sport ever with all the technical
Yes.
difficulties. Chef, you have a Thanksgiving meal. You're going to give us some tips for the holidays. Take it away.
Yes. Yes. All right. What I wanted to do, first of all, good morning. Good morning, everyone. I have missed you guys so much. But what I wanted to do today, we've got the holidays coming up. And one thing a lot of people have been asking me is, what about Thanksgiving appetizers? Well, my family usually we just come in hungry and wait until I'm done cooking and then just kind of go for it. But a lot of people do the appetizers and then the whole meal. So I wanted to give you guys a couple of quick ideas using those kitchen staples that I'm big on. So we're just going to kind of go down the list. Right here, first things first, instead of that big cheese ball that a lot of people have, I decided to do some mini cheese balls. One, it's easier. You can do a couple of different varieties. And then also with COVID friendly, you don't have to worry about those double dippers and all them people, somebody might have cooties or whatever, who knows. But what I did two different ones. One, these over here are like your normal vegetable cheese balls that are just some dried veggies as well as some fresh onions and green and red and yellow bell peppers diced up. And then instead of coating these in the normal like crushed almonds, I did them in some French fried onions. Over here, these are cranberry, cream cheese, and apple. And what I did, I usually keep cans of like the apple pie mix, apple pie filling here in the house because it makes for a really quick dessert for something. I took about a half a cup of that, diced them up, added some dried cranberries, some cream cheese, a little bit of honey, and some cinnamon, rolled them all together, and then topped them with some crushed pecans. And then instead of your toothpick, I just used a pretzel stick. Real quick, easy, and it works for those who are like picky. I don't want this, I don't want that. Then there you go. You can pick whichever ones you want. This, a simple, easy bruschetta. You can buy the bruschetta pre-made, or for me, I like to make my own. All it is was some diced Roma tomatoes, a little bit of olive oil, some balsamic vinegar drizzle over the top, and I've got. In this one, I did sweet basil and some yellow onion. I've done rosemary. It's a lot of different varieties you can do. You can do olives and mushrooms and all different things in your bruschetta, but it's really, really quick. And then on top, or I just topped just a regular French baguette, sliced it up, and put it on top. I also did some with a little bit of chicken and some Parmesan cheese also. Really, really quick and simple. Moving on, we've got these are some spinach and sausage, little turnovers, little pops. All I did, I got crescent roll dough, and you can either get the one that's the big sheet or the actual sliced one. If you get the one that's sliced, just squeeze those pieces back together and then cut it in the shape of a perfect little square. And then the filling, I put them down in a muffin tin. But the filling, I took cream cheese, a little bit of sour cream. I will cook up batches of grilled chicken or baked chicken. Go ahead and separate it, put it in my freezer so I can pull it out for something like this. I took a couple of strips of chicken, shredded it up, added some spinach, a little bit of melted butter, mixed it all together, popped it in the oven, and you got a quick and easy pick up by the hands, kind of appetizer, or you can make it your whole meal. Depends on what you want to do. Here, move this over so y'all can see them. These are two different types of pinwheels. Same concept as these. I used the crescent roll dough, but I rolled it out into one big sheet. And then I took some spinach. Make sure you cook it, but then you squeeze all of that moisture out because you don't want all that water fogging up your dough. But I added a little bit of onion powder, some garlic powder, a little bit of house seasoning that we use here, and then some more cream. I'm big on cream cheese for holidays. I don't know why. It just works great for everything. But a little bit of cream cheese, and then I used some cheddar and pepper jack and simply rolled it up like a pinwheel, put them in the refrigerator for about an hour to let it firm up some, and then sliced it, baked it off, and there you go. Really quick and easy. And I also did some with some sausage. Some are just cheese and spinach, and some are sausage, cheese, and spinach, just in case you got some of those meat eaters in there. And then lastly, well, not lastly, but almost last, I got to bring y'all a dessert. But real quick, this right here is a brie and cranberry pull apart bread. This one over here is done, this one is not. But all I did, took the loaf, sliced it crossways into sections, melted some butter, I've got a little bit of honey, some cranberry juice. Excuse me, cranberries, dried cranberries, not cranberry juice. Some rosemary and some thyme. Mix that all together. Pour it all over your loaf, and then I took brie and just sectioned it into little small sections. Put it in between each one of these cross sections, and pop it in the oven. And then when it comes out, you've got your stringy cheese. It's blazing hot, just so y'all know. But you've got your stringy cheese, you've got your sweet, but you got a little twang from that brie in there. This is really, really, really good. This is going to be breakfast here in the household, just in case the people in the house didn't know. But lastly, you guys know I've got to bring you a dessert. I'm the sweet lady, so I've got to have a dessert. And a lot of people like pumpkin, but we like in my household we tend to like sweet potatoes. You can do this either way. And this is a pumpkin, or this is a sweet potato, but this is a sweet potato cheesecake bar. And what it is, oh goodness, I bring the big one here so you can see this one. And then I've got a slice that will finish it up. But we put the graham cracker crust in the bottom. And when I crushed up my graham crackers, I also put in some ginger snaps and crushed them up in the blender, put them down with some melted butter, made a good crust. And then I made a simple cheesecake batter, put that in the freezer for about an hour and let it set up. While it was setting, I went on and cooked my sweet potatoes, made it my filling just like I'm doing a sweet potato pie.
Wow.
And then took that out the freezer, put it on top, baked it, let it cool overnight. This is a do ahead kind of dessert. But once it's done, you can see the
Look at
layers in there.
that.
Yes, and then you got to have a
Oh,
little bit of whipped cream.
there
So
you
got to
go.
top it off with that, and then a little bit of cinnamon sugar on top to make it sweeter.
Chef
But
Felicia.
there we go.
It looks fabulous. It looks fabulous.
Thank
I am jealous of
you.
holiday in your house. Thank you again for joining us,
Yes,
rolling with the punches, for the amazing spread here. We always appreciate having you on the
absolutely.
show. Thank you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you. We'll see you.